This video is a brief project overview of the service learning project conducted in the Language, Culture, and Power course taught by UNO faculty member Dr. Sandra Rodriguez Arroyo. In this video, we'll cover an overview of the UNO course and service learning project, the new modifications made to the project considering the course was taught online and remote this year, the strategies and tools UNO students use to lead Zoom meetings, and how students overcame technological barriers to create meaningful relationships in a virtual environment. First, let's get some background on the course. This course focuses on the intersection of language, culture, and power in the schools and addresses how each component impacts students and teachers in the classroom. Traditionally, this course collaborates with the Boys and Girls Club of the Midlands for a service learning project. In this project, UNO students are able to attend the Boys and Girls Club and learn from first-hand project interactions. This course is graduate level and taught in the summer session of UNO. This year, social distancing restrictions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic meant the Language, Culture, and Power course was taught remotely and that the service learning component could not happen in person. The course professor met with leaders of the Boys and Girls Club of the Midlands, as well as Service Learning Academy staff, to brainstorm a solution. In that meeting, it was decided that UNO students would break out into 9 small groups to each lead their own Zoom cohort meetings with club students. The cohort meetings were called Step Up and Voice and were already being attended by middle and high school students from across Omaha. Once a week for 3 weeks, the UNO student groups joined the cohort Zoom meetings for roughly a 1-hour session each time. The UNO students were tasked with leading discussion and creating activities centered around language, culture, and power as expressed through art and pop culture. Students used the following strategies, among others, to create meaningful relationships with the club students while meeting virtually and to create participation among members. A word cloud was used during week 1 for students to reflect on their initial thoughts and feelings on the project. After week 2, students participated in a check-in Google form to gauge whether or not course topics and frameworks, such as social or political constraints of language and group identity, were being addressed in cohort meetings with club students. Students also completed a pre-reflection and significant moments log to submit to their professor throughout the service learning experience. When the project interactions were finished, students concluded by participating in the same word cloud activity to share their thoughts and feelings once again and compare them to week 1. Finally, after week 3, the course professor invited Boys and Girls Club of the Midlands students and staff to the remote course session to listen in as UNO students gave final presentations. To conclude this video, let's let a few UNO students tell you firsthand about their experience with this service learning project.
We had them create self-portraits with words, so they could pick things that they think that can describe themselves. So it can be cultural aspects, it can be quotes that they like or appreciate, it could be their favorite food, their favorite color. We had a lot of good conversations and they were very receptive to us being there, which I greatly appreciated.
A lot of them did a writing little piece, talked about their power, their voice, and finding their voice and using their voices as influences now and in the future.
And we did a survey, and from that we picked up on that they had an interest in music and dancing. So from that we decided we would try making some playlists for our group. And so we used a Padlet to do that, and everyone contributed a couple songs to it. As a way to bring ourselves together for our last meeting, we made our own small dance together.
We made Where I'm From poems for self-reflection of how your culture influences you personally. We just wanted to help them see their own culture, and it ended up being really powerful. We were blown away. It speaks for itself. And then they researched a famous person and made a Canva over their struggles, success, culture, and then how that person inspires them to kind of help them see cultural influences in someone else's life.
We talked about music a lot with the students and how it made them feel, how they used it in their everyday. On the final day, we asked them to just put those words into our chat so that we could create this to see what they had to say about it.
We had them post to a Padlet page to describe their biggest takeaways after meeting with us and talking with us, and here are some of the things that they had to say.
So the kids were in groups, and they chose songs that they felt made them feel powerful, or songs that they liked, and then they pulled their favorite parts from those songs to then create their own poetry. And the purpose of this was just to take something that made them feel powerful to then create something that can make other people feel powerful.
So what was interesting was we have a lot of diverse interests in this group, and one person posted, if you look, Folding at Home, great news site. It's about science and medical information, and we talked about there was a policy at the University of Iowa that students couldn't wear hoodies, and so we took some time to reflect on why they have those policies and what the students' opinions, what they thought was a problem with those policies, just to bring the awareness.
This is such a challenging medium to work through, but I was really amazed with the conversations we were still able to have.
Yeah, I feel like the best part of interacting and like being a part of the group were just having casual conversations. They were asking us questions. We were making connections with each other. It was cool.